I want to get your views on Mohamed Salah. 16 goals, 12 assists in 22 matches already this season. Is he playing at the peak of his powers, do you think? Have we seen a better Mohamed Salah than the one we're currently seeing?
Statistically or eye test, you're talking about?
Well, either. Statistically, that would
he's
tell
doing
us,
really well.
Yeah.
He's doing really, really well.
I detect you're not a massive fan of his.
I am a fan, yeah. I'm not a big fan of everyone saying that every single player is world class. I was watching the Bayern Munich game yesterday, and Elise is world class now. It's like just instantly, as soon as someone does something good,
is world class.
That's what the commentator said yesterday.
Sorry.
Do you get what I mean? It's
yeah.
like as soon as someone does something well, it's like he's world class and he's world class. I think Salah's been doing it for a long time.
Yes, he has.
I think if it was the best winger in world football right now, I would still take Vinicius Jr. That's just my personal opinion, but you know how this game is, mate. Everyone's got an opinion. And
of course.
If you say, I don't think he's world class, everyone's like, oh my God, he was better than you. Well, I get that. Yeah.
Well, I don't think people say that because I can pick world class players and I didn't play the game, so I don't think it's necessarily.
You ain't seen the comments, mate, in my Instagram.
I'll pay no attention. I was drunk when I did them. I apologise for that. But if you mentioned Vinicius Jr. you picked, but if you were picking two wingers in the greatest team at the moment of world class players, would Salah be on the other side?
Yeah, he'd be in there. He'd be in the top four wingers at this moment in time.
You seem reluctant to say he's world class. I'm not pushing you, I'm just curious.
No, because I only think it revolves around five players. So a goalkeeper, a defender, a midfielder, a winger and a striker. That's how I would just say. And I think it can revolve very quickly.
Okay, so in your, because the definition of world class, there is no definitive guide on it. Right? Everyone's got their own. But in your world, it's you can only have one goalkeeper at a time that's world class, one centre half, one midfielder. So I was watching the other day because I'm a bit of a historian. I was watching Man United Real Madrid 2003 at Old Trafford, where Man United won 4-3 and Ronaldo has got a hat trick. When you look at that team, the players and the people on the bench, there would have been unbelievable players at certain times that wouldn't be considered world class, but no one had an argument with it. But now it's like with social media, with stats, it's like he's world class and he's world class and he's world class. Okay, then what's the level? You're either world class or you're rubbish. But if you're only allowing one player in position, what happens when you add Messi and Ronaldo both playing in either a centre forward role or midfield? Who would you pick there? Just
down to your preference, isn't it? So I'm always a Ronaldo guy because I've seen him and grow and seen him in the UK. So that's how I put. But I know for a lot of people,
but Messi's still world class, right?
Of course he is. They're elite.
You seem reluctant there to say that.
I'm not reluctant. It's just my opinion.
Is Messi world class?
Of course he is. No one's ever going to say he's not.
Okay.
These two are just phenomenal players. It's just my opinion, and there'll be like 1,000 people going, Mo Salah's great and he's world class and he's the best player ever. But again, if you asked generationally, if you asked people that were watching in the 80s, a lot of people would say John Barnes is the best winger Liverpool have ever had. Mm-hmm. So it depends on your feeling and where you was at that moment, I suppose. You played against Salah? Yeah, a few times. You played against Suarez Twisted as well? Loads of times, yeah. Okay, you played against Suarez as well. Who's a better player for your money? Oh, at the peak of their powers, I would have took Suarez. I appreciated Suarez better than Salah. But look, again, you're talking about two elite players, very, very elite players. Would you have said Suarez was world class? What I've said, well, I think people rate him higher than I do. I would put Salah as world class. Okay. But this is the interesting part about it. No one's right. No one's ever right. No one's right. So it's just a conversation. Okay. Well, if Mohamed Salah's got a weakness, does he have one? Yeah, I think he misses a lot of big chances. It sounds really mental considering the amount of goals he scores, but he does miss a lot of big chances. What about assists? He's quite high in that 16 goals and 12 assists in 22. Yeah, I think he's got better in that over the time period. I think since Sadio Mane's moved on, he's assisted a lot more as well. So, look, that team is tailored to make him, deliver on the best version of himself. And we spoke about it off air. I really hope that they get him, Van Dijk. I don't think Trent's going to get done, but they definitely need to get Alisson done as well. Out of the three, for your money, who's most important? Who's the best out of those three? Oh. You'd have to say Salah, because to replace him, you're going to need 2 or 3 players. But I would argue if you were going to replace Van Dijk, you need 2 or 3 players as well. Yeah. So it'd be out of those two. And I think when you've got a goalie, and he proved it last night, when you've got a goalie like that, then it's unbelievable. Yeah, it makes a difference. Yeah. Last question, we'll take calls in it. As I mentioned, Liverpool top of the Premier League.
Who's favourites for the Prem in your world?
You're supposed to say Liverpool.
But who do you think?
I still wouldn't write off City because they're about.
Okay.
But I like Chelsea.
Yeah, me too. They look good,
I like
right?
Chelsea, and they can rotate their squad better than anybody else. But I just worry with the goal scorer and with the goalkeeper. They're the two areas I do worry with Chelsea.
So who are you putting top of that list?
City.
Okay, and for the Champions League?
I'm still going to have to go Real Madrid because they just get the job done.
All right. Let's maybe ask a couple of Liverpool fans. We'll start off with Adam. Hello, Adam. How are you?
I'm okay. You okay?
I'm good. I'm very well. What's the answer to that question first before you have your say?
I'm gutted you've asked me that.
You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
No, I'll answer it. I don't sit on the fence. I would keep on it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. Go on, what are you phoning up to say, Ad?
So I'm ringing up about Mo Salah. So I sort of understand what Troy's saying, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful. I don't know whether Troy watches Liverpool every week, whereas I do. I'm a Liverpool fan. So I was like that with Mo Salah. So say one football match, I'm watching it, and I'm like, Mo Salah, this, I can't swear, obviously on live radio. Get him off the pitch, and then he'll go and score 2 goals and bag an assist, right?
Yeah.
So my point is, in moments, he's so good at it, and I always say, like me, numbers just don't lie. So statistically, numbers is unbelievable, and that's why he's world class in my opinion. But if you just watch his whole football and you're going to compare him to Suarez, I watched Suarez live. It's the best Liverpool player I've seen live.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's speak to Ashley, a Spurs fan. Hi, Ashley.
Hello there, Andy. How you doing, mate?
I'm very well. How are you today?
Yeah, all good, mate. First time caller. All right, Troy?
How you doing, Mocky? You all right?
Yeah, not bad, brother. Not bad. Troy, I think you're talking absolute dross, if I'm honest, mate.
All right.
Go on, why?
Because it's saying that there can only be one world-class player in each position on the planet at one time.
That's my opinion. That's why it's called an opinion, fella.
Yeah, no, of course. But so answer me this: Harry Kane and Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Is one of them world class and one not world class?
I wouldn't have said at the time that they played, unfortunately, because Ronaldo was around, I wouldn't have said that they would have been in that bracket. No, I'd have said they're exceptional. The same way as if you had, if you think about like in boxing terms, right? You have one as a like Tyson Fury is the champion. You then have people underneath that who are very, very good, who are elite, but they can't be world champion. Do you get what I mean? That's just how it is, how I see it. I don't ever try and take things away from people. That's not what I do. I think they're very good. Both of them are excellent.
Thanks for your question. Let me ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question, right?
Yes, sir.
Ashley Cole and Carl Walker.
Yeah.
Are they both world class?
No, Ashley was.
Carl Walker?
Very, 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 very good.
Okay, but not world class.
No.
All right. Okay. Steve,
it's like everyone's trying to stitch
no,
I have no opinion.
It's purely just I can't get my head around the fact that in your world you can only have one player per position. Like Steven Gerrard and Paul Scholes, right? Mm-hmm. Both world class.
Okay.
No? Okay, do you think they are?
Mate, I'm just a person, right? And this is how I do it. I just say, can we leave world class to just a very small elite group?
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, yeah, that's
if we want to go through
and
then have 75 people as world class players, and then have 1,010 as elite players, it's like it's all opinion.
Let me ask you this: do you think it's more difficult to get into the world class bracket now because of Messi and Ronaldo? Because they are head and shoulders.
I actually think it was harder years ago when you looked at late 90s, early 2000s, when you looked in the midfield, you had like Nedved, you had Luis Figo, Zidane, do you get what I mean? Roy Keane, Makelele. You could go through all of these different players, and there's loads I've left off there. But do you get what I mean? Somebody would have to be left out. It's just difficult.
Okay. Can I ask a bit later on?
Go on.
Go on. What are you going to say?
Go on.
A bit later on. Can you do your top 5 world-class players a bit later on while you were playing the game?
No. Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah,
there's no right or wrong. I'm just curious. I'm just while you were playing, not necessarily. Maybe they were on the pitch when you were on the pitch.
Even when you think about that, right? I'm just thinking instantly from midfield. You'd have the likes of Cesc Fabregas, Eden Hazard, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, but in your world, you can only pick
Paul
one,
Pogba.
right?
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, I can only pick one. So even off that 5 people I just named right off the top of my head, there'll be some people that go, oh my God, at that time, Eden Hazard was this.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's just
surprised you put Paul Pogba in there.
He was good at that point.
Yeah, okay.
He was I don't actually know how you're a Man United fan.
Oh no, you ask the majority of Man United fans, you ask them and they will say that Paul Pogba wasn't that great for Man. He wasn't that great for Man United, was he?
He was all right the Mourinho year.
He had one good half against Man City. Constantly quoted back to me. Still to come on.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.